I sold my motorcycle to a teenager for $200. He paid me back $50,000. My 1983 Harley-Davidson Softail sat in my garage for 8 months after my wife passed. I couldn't bring myself to ride it. I finally posted it online for $8,000 just to get it out of my sight. Within an hour, this skinny kid showed up at my door wearing a Pizza Palace uniform, grease stains on his shirt, looking like he hadn't slept in days. He said his name was Devin, and he'd seen my ad. I told him the price and watched his face fall. I only have $200 saved, he said quietly, but I need transportation bad. I'm working 2 jobs to pay for my mom's treatments, and the bus route just got cut. I'm losing 4 hours a day just trying to get to work. I should have said no. The bike was worth 40 times what he had, but something about the way he looked at that Harley, like it was his only shot at survival, reminded me of myself at that age. You know how to ride? I asked. He nodded and pulled out a motorcycle license from his wallet. My dad taught me before he left. It's the one good thing he ever did. I made him a deal on the spot, $200 cash, and he had to promise to maintain it properly. Change the oil every 3,000 miles. Keep the chain lubricated. Treat it like it mattered. He shook my hand so hard I thought he might break my fingers. I'll take better care of this bike than I take care of myself, sir. I promise. For the next 3 years, I'd see Devin riding past my house at weird hours. Sometimes at 5 in the morning heading to his dishwashing job. Sometimes at midnight coming back from delivering pizzas. Once I saw him pulled over on the side of the road in the rain, chain broke, and he was fixing it himself with a YouTube video playing on his cracked phone screen. Kid never complained, never asked for help, just kept grinding. My neighbor told me Devin's mom had stage 4 cancer, and he was working 80-hour weeks to cover what insurance wouldn't pay. I'd wave when he drove past, and he'd always wave back. Then one afternoon, Devin showed up at my door looking absolutely destroyed, eyes red, hands shaking. The Harley parked in my driveway looking worse for wear but still running strong. I need to sell it back to you, he said, voice cracking. Mom needs surgery next week. It's $35,000 and I'm $12,000 short. I've sold everything else. The bike's all I have left. He handed me a folder with maintenance records. Every single oil change documented. Every repair listed. He'd kept his promise. I looked at that kid who'd worked himself to the bone for 3 years and made a decision. I'll buy it back. $200. Same price you paid me. He started crying right there on my porch. I'll pay you back someday. I never expected to hear from him again. Life happens. People move on. The Harley sat in my garage for another 5 years before I finally started riding it again. It felt different somehow, like it carried someone else's determination in the engine. I'd think about Devin sometimes and wonder if his mom made it, if he was okay, if working 2 jobs for years had broken something inside him that never healed. Then last month, 15 years after that afternoon on my porch, a Range Rover pulled into my driveway. This confident guy in an expensive suit stepped out, and it took me a full minute to recognize Devin. He'd filled out, looked healthy, looked successful. I'm an emergency room surgeon now, he said, handing me an envelope. That motorcycle let me work enough jobs to put myself through community college, then university, then medical school. I calculated every hour it saved me in commute time over 3 years. It gave me back 2,400 hours of my life. My mom's cancer-free for 10 years now. This is what I owe you. Inside was a check for $50,000. I tried to hand it back, but he wouldn't take it. You didn't just sell me a motorcycle, sir. You gave a desperate kid a chance when nobody else would. We shook hands one last time, and I watched him drive away in that Range Rover.